yard gain, but Zach Bond eliminates it, and that's why he's an All-Pro.
4th and 1. Weiss, he's got it. Lunging forward, but he didn't need it as the drive continues for the Bucs.
And a very smart play call going over the left side of that line with Tristan Wirfs, Graham Barton, Bredesen. Go over the All-Pro when it matters most. And DeJean again coming up and making another great tackle. We've said that now 7,000 times today.
What's the thinking? You know, 3.5 to go. You got all 3 timeouts, so plenty of time.
Plenty of time. You got a lot of good execution that needs to happen, including a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So you're just thinking, best plays on my call sheet. You're not rushed for time. Just execute, execute, execute.
Here's a good execution of the screen. Bucky Irving makes a great cut. Bucky Irving first down up near midfield. Oh, that was a great cut to get around Keely Ringo there. And Tampa will take it for 17.
This guy is such an impressive young player. Johnson trying to make the tackle. Good block by Otten. And then makes Ringo miss and then makes Bond miss. He's so twitchy, man. He's on the balls of his feet. If he had Doritos on his heels, they'd never break. This guy can move.
What a line. Give him a breather here as White comes in the backfield, and he'll get it now. Rashad White. And he turns his way to pick up about 4 that time. That's just kind of interesting. They could go with either back. I mean, Irving's the lead guy. He's the guy that gets more of the work, but White's a heck of a 2-back for them.
Yeah, and he's had a great yards per carry this year. They thought of him more as like a 3rd down back, great hands, but this year he's actually is running as, you know, great production over, I think, 5.5 a carry this season, which has been incredible. But you got 2:50 left in the game, 8-point lead. This is when the climate acclimation process. This is a grinded out game. This is like what it's all about. Who's moving the line of scrimmage and who's not.
Second down, blitz coming again. Mayfield slings one over the middle. Incomplete. Otten, the intended receiver there. And it brings up 3rd and 6.
Oh, Jalen Carter just got his hand on that. He sees Ian Baker's arm and just that little tip, or else that's an easy, 15-yard gain for Otten. Looking past defenses for a defensive tackle. What? Are you kidding me?
Third and 6. Blitz. Mayfield in trouble. Steps away. Way to go for a first. Mayfield's going to get there. The scrambling legs of Baker Mayfield keeps the drive alive. How did he get out of that?
I don't know. He was caged. That rush that Sirianni talked about. Campbell, Smith, Carter on him. Those shallow cuts. Takes a man with some big, strong legs to run through that.
Just before the 2-minute warning, and maybe not.
Oh, false start.
Well, hold on, we got a penalty. Yeah, false start indeed.
False start, number 2, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Get it on Ibuka, so that'll move him back 5. Should be the 2-minute warning here. And it is. So, Bucs with the ball. They'll take a breather after this big 3rd down conversion. They're down 8. And we're going to stay here for a moment. Why not? We like to set up the drama. We think we're going to break, but we're going to hang here. And listen, a reminder, too, if you just turned us on. Both teams 3-0. Every game for Tampa, they have won in the final minute of the game. So, it might be hard to win this in the final minute, but maybe tie it.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Yeah. And I love
Eagles D.
Baker talked about, you can't acclimate to the heat, Philly. It's too much in your head. Well, he's got a chance to make his own statement with 2 minutes left in the game, whether it's in their head or not.
1st and 15. Bucky Irving. Stutter step. And just a lot of Eagles bodies in there to pick up 3. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. See, we deked it, but now we're really going to take a break. Drama coming. Final moments from Tampa. Eagles up by 8. The first-year play caller, Josh Grizzard, on the right, and then the legendary defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio, on the left.
Yeah, this is the chess match you're looking for. Grizzard's thinking, what's Vic going to do? Is he going to man me up? Because if he's going to man me up, I got to get some guys going across the field that can create a little bit of separation. 2nd and 12, you got 4 down territory. This is what we all came to watch right here.
Mayfield in trouble, and he is decked. Back at midfield, Moro Ajama came through.
No time to sort this out. Just a great rush on the left side, a 3-man game. Ajama comes right through the middle. Bond's there to meet him. Baker has no chance. Soon as Carter picks off Bredesen, he's home free to the QB. And that's just an avalanche of bodies, exactly what Vic is looking for. But they're not out of the woods yet.
This has been, I mean, a wild game. The Eagles started it off with a block punt return for a touchdown, right? Back-to-back weeks, special teams touchdown for them. And then they were pretty much dominating at the half. And then the Bucs chipped away. They had 2 70-yard receiving touchdowns to get back in it. Their D has played great in the second half. And now here they are. That sack does some major damage because now you're talking 3rd and 23, minute 45 to go. They're down by 8.
And if you're the Bucs, you're just thinking, let's try to cut this distance down in half. How do we get this to a 4th and manageable somewhere within 10 yards? And if you're the Eagles, you know, how can we get a rush to make him throw the ball underneath and come up and make a tackle?
4-man rush. Mayfield just going to get it to Rachaad White. Long way to go. Good move for White, and he dives inside the 40. That's a pretty good job. It's going to be a 4th and long still.
Really good. Just
4th and what, 9?
Yeah, exactly where you want to be. And that's, you got plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts, a minute and a half. You're on the 37-yard line. Time is not an issue right now. It's this play call. Obviously, this is, the game is on the line. I'd expect them to run that similar pass rush concept they just had. 3-man game, try to attack the middle of the pocket and not give Baker a chance to read the defense.
Game on the line. Got to get to the 29. Mayfield in trouble. Throws across his body. Otten's not there. Ball is out. Loose. And it's out of bounds. The Eagles will take over. Whether or not this was a fumble or not, he did not get there.
Pass with a fumble. Out of bounds. Short of the line to gain. Change of possession on downs. 1st down. Philadelphia.
This was the flush they wanted. The same pass rush stunt as the 2nd down sack. Ajama gets to the middle of it, forces the throw to Otten. Nickerson. Just see this 3-man game. He gets the pressure. The TT stunt, they call that. Flushes Mayfield to the right, and then he's got to just get rid of it. He knows all of his bodies are on the left side of the field. There's nothing he could do. Great pass rush discipline. Great job by Fangio and the defense coming up with a huge stop when the game's on the line. We've said that before about this team.
Right. Hey, when you have won 19 of the last 20 games, including the Super Bowl, you know how to win. It's part of it.
Man, and you're so right. The organizational standard is elevated coming off a Super Bowl championship. They came down here in week 4 last year, got their butts kicked. Now they're looking like, did we learn from that the last time they came down here? And it's a great performance, 31 points, and yeah, some crazy plays they gave up on defense as well. But they're going to escape this with a great quality win against the Bucs, who are going to find their way back. New play caller, some injuries. I really got a lot of faith in this Bucs team as well.
Yeah, so the Bucs have 2 timeouts, right, with a minute left. So you're talking, they'll get to 4th down and make the Eagles make a decision on whether they want to punt or do some kind of play to throw the ball out of bounds or run the clock off, if my math is right.
Yeah.
But odds pretty slim, barring a miracle right here. And don't forget the State Farm postgame show coming up next. And the Eagles will just be happy to take some knees here in maybe just a moment. Timeout on the field. I didn't see the Eagles call it. Is that what they did? It looks like the Eagles called it. All right, they did. So that's their first timeout to talk things over. You know, it's interesting. I want to go back to last week, Phillies game in the Rams. They're down 19, right?
Yep.
And that, we talked about this during the week. That was really the first adversity they had faced in a while. Because even going back to the playoffs last year, they blew people out.
Yeah, crushed them.
And their response, I know you thought was telling.
Yeah, he said, Sirianni told us, you know, there's something about a team that just won't quit. And that's how you know the adversity you face and the bond you get with the brothers when your back's against the wall. And their back was against the wall. And I think they learned a lot about each other last week, and certainly learned a lot about each other in this game, coming down to the heat and playing like they did.
First down ends it, and Bucs will call a timeout. 54 seconds to go. Well, if you just turned us on, recap of what has been a little bit wild of game. I mean, there's been nonstop action. This started it. A blocked punt by Cam Latu. Sidney Brown returned it for a touchdown. Then creative short touchdowns. The Dallas got it, but then the Bucs come back. This bomb to Emeka Egbuka through 2. And then the Eagles get a turnover, and they turn this into a creative non-tush push to Saquon. And then Mayfield, that was a killer. The interception in the end zone. And then obviously their last drive was working until Morrow would jump with the big sack. They get a 4th down stop. And so that's what came to this. Eagles trying to finish out an 8-point win, which would get them to 4-0. Barkley chucks his way to the 40, and the final timeout by the Bucs.
Certainly not. It's all lost with the Bucs. They're realizing, all right, we got to understand the way we got to play, and they got to tighten up their special teams units. And then offensively, you know, Bucky's doing a great job making people miss. They got to get Godwin up to speed a little bit. He just looked a little rusty out there, like he hasn't played, which is totally normal. Ibuka's doing his thing, and then Baker, you know, you learn that some of these things, when I'm in these situations where I got to make a spectacular play, sometimes the spectacular play is the non-play. Throw the ball away and then live for the next down. And it's all part of trying to do what's right to win, and at the same time, it's part of the consequence of why you lose as well.
Yeah. So 50 seconds left. If the Eagles get a first down, it's over. If the Bucs stop them, they'll make the Eagles do something on 4th down. Throw it away, long pass, punt, but they'll make them at least run a play. 3rd and 5. There's Barkley, and they'll make them at least run one more play. Take it down to about, what, 6-7 seconds?
6 seconds.
So what do they do here? Do they just throw a long pass?
Yeah, that's what they would typically do. 6 seconds is a good cutoff for a play, and Jalen's walking off the field, so it doesn't look like that's what they want to do. It's going to let it run down to 1 second and then call a timeout, Sirianni, and then regroup.
Okay, so they'll decide if they want to do that or get a quick pooch punt or something along those lines. Here's the Eagles' next 4 games to take on the Broncos next, and then 2 against division rivals in 3 weeks. The Giants with a date at Minnesota mixed in there, but the defending champs are 1 play away from being 4-0 to start their campaign here. 6 seconds to go.
4th down. Defense decline the option for 10-second runoff. The game clock will start on the snap.
And so they are, well, it looked like they were going to bring out the punt team. It's kind of like that tweener. You don't want to give them a second. You don't want to have a punt blocked, right?
Yeah, it's, you got to throw it really high and really far if you were going to run the, we'd call that air ball play. But now you got a full-on punt rush from the Bucs. They're going to try to sell out. It's going to be a 1-step punt by the punter just to make sure he gets it off and angle it out of bounds so there's no return.
Yep. If man does leave it in bounds, Cameron Johnson has had a great day returning.
Should never kick a ball that would be returned at this point.
Man's just going to run out of the end zone and happy to take a safety, it looks like. That's what he's going to do, and that should do it. Clock kicks 0. That's how the Eagles run it out, and Philadelphia is 4-0.
a little riskier than I would have wanted. I don't know. You're catching the punter to catch it and do something where he's got all these men running after him. He looked a little panicked to me.
It worked. It's like, hey, man, they'll take it. Woo. So a hard-fought victory in 100-degree heat, and Nick Sirianni has the Birds flying again as they come down and take care of a team that has been their nemesis against Todd Bowles. Bucs are 3-1. They'll be just fine, but today belong to the Eagles as they hang on for a victory here tonight. 31-25, your final score.